bum, 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 bum. Boom, 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 boom. Oops. I have no idea what he's getting at. No, that glue. Okay. Oh. Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, jeez. That is so worthwhile. Okay. Put the mic on. Now let's get everything rolling. Okay. And also get that recording. Alright, looks like we're all good. And so that means that after a very busy and industrious main story on Tuesday, now we get to do the things that I neglected to do because of the fact that we had spent so much time on the main story, and also because of the side content that we took to bring the Doman refugees who spent the last 4 years of their life in Revenant's Toll finally back to where they belong. But now we get to take on finally some of these side content. No, we're not doing the 24 main raid tonight, but we will be doing some very important stuff that I think deserves to be covered this evening. So, hey there, Avocado and Miguel, and to everyone that's just logging in, we're glad to have you with us. So, greetings, people of the world. Matthew back with you here at Novaura Autism for the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood Live. We are starting journey tonight here in Rhalgar's Reach with our Warrior of Light, Corinne Loren, and we are going to begin with a side dungeon. Well, actually, we will get to the side dungeon in a moment, but there is a side quest that I would like to show off to you guys. This is basically in the spirit of the Alamigo quest that we got at the end of patch 4.0, the side quest that was made available. So this is kind of an extension of that, because we helped a member of the refugees who were living in Little Alamigo come back home to their territory in a previous quest that I showed off prior to the launch of patch 4. I think it was 4.1 or 4.2, can't remember which one, but Sorry, but this quest that we're about to go on is basically an extension of that. It involves this perky peddler here, and so we want to go ahead and seek with this guy to take this level 70 challenge entitled A Fortune in Salts. The perky peddler is expounding on the sublime qualities of sultry salt. Salt! Get your salt! Gourmet quality, fresh from the saltery! Hello there. Hey now, aren't you Corinne Loren, the hero of the revolution? They say you played a big part reviving the saltery's operations. It is an honour, miss, a true honour, and good timing too. I'm soon to head back across the border and do my part reminding Aussia's markets what proper salt tastes like. I was living in Ordar before, you see, in one of those refugee tent camps. Never thought I'd set foot in Amigo again, let alone be handed a job when I got there. And it's all thanks to you. Come to think of it, Wizcar was wondering if I'd spot you here in Rogar's Reach. If I saw you, he said I was to ask you to visit the saltery whenever you have the time. I'm sure he's eager to share how far they've come with all the rebuilding. And it's on that note that we're going to meet up with someone who we met in the main story of patch 4, the original main story. So, you'll be going to the locks to embark on this particular quest. So yeah, this quest won't take all that long, and then we'll make our way over to the main part of what we're doing this evening. So, let's fly off into the night and head off towards the saltery. Yeah, I reminded myself that this is a continuation from post-patch 4.1, because where we're going to was not exactly functioning prior to the end of patch 4.1. So this new quest that's been introduced allows us to see how far the saltery has come since the Sultana of Ul'dah, Sultana Nanamo, has invested in this place along with the support of the East Alderner Trading Company. And it's this man, Wizcar, who once rejected any thoughts of liberation and scorned us for even bringing up the notion, who then offered his services towards the end of the initial main story. So now he's kind of running the show around here. Plus, there's also now a new place to play Triple Triad as well. So hey there, Wizcar, it's been a while. We might need to move those cranes a bit to the... Oh, Corinne, you came. Our trader spied you in Orgar's Reach, did he? As you can see, the saltery's restoration is coming along nicely. Care to have a closer look at what we've accomplished so far? You should witness the success you've helped achieve, and I promise I won't take too much of your time. Alright. Giving us a thumbs up. So yeah, shall we look at how far they've come? Where is our man? Here he is. Can you believe it? Our partners in the East Alderner Trading Company have been busy promoting our produce, and it's brought all these merchants and chefs with corn to spend. Yeah, we can kind of see some of them around the corner. There was one Mikote lass, a culinarian from Limsa Luminsa. She said she was who ordered a wall wagon full of salt to be shipped back across the sea. Thanks to Lord Lolorito's connections, we have the folk in place to transport huge orders damn near anywhere, and our profits have been soaring. Right, Tom, let's head over to the heart of the operation, shall we? Of course. We should see that. I believe it's going to be around the corner here. Yep, here it is. In locked cells. So yeah, we can see the workers are really at it right now. As I understand it, masses of salt crystals built up in the shallows of the locks. We rake it all together into those little hills you see here, and let it bake in the sun for a few days. Once it's good and dried out, off to the factory it goes. That's where any unwanted rubbish is sieved out, and we end up with pure sultry salt. The brothers and sisters who returned to us have taken to the work with a passion. Though they fled into Thanland so long ago, the love for their homeland still burns bright. And my job is to make certain no lock-dwelling beast ruins what we've reclaimed together. I patrol the shelves every day and put the advice you gave me to good use. In fact, I could use more monster-slaying wisdom if you've any to share. It's the bloody Stormblood, you see. Their numbers have been on the rise of late, and getting a blade through their all-bound hides is a chore to say the least. Any pointers on how to deal with them? Well, they once again put us in a situation. If you've seen the main story quest that I've done with Wizcar, we have a few options of what to tell them here, but we're supposed to tell him what the true weak spot is, which in this case on Soblins are their eyes. And apparently there was a file installed in progress. The eyes, you say? That seems a bit tricky, but they certainly are exposed compared to the rest of it. I'll give it a shot. Well, I think you've seen all the changes around here. It's time we went to speak with Grandad. Yeah, we want to go speak with Grandpa Watts. And that will bring this particular quest to a close. Yeah, I did say it wasn't going to be all that long. Here he is. I'll be with you in a moment, young'un. Just let me finish up here. As they continue about their business on this evening. And so away goes another happy merchant. Welcome, welcome. As you can see, the saltery is back in business. We've even got the daughter of an old-on merchant house come to inspect our operations. Ah, speaking of the loss. Yeah, who is it who's come to join us? Well, actually, this is actually someone we already know. We have observed the method of your salt production, Master Watt, and I must say the process is quite fascinating. Yeah. They recognize us too. Yeah, it is Lady Lalira, but that's the pseudonym of the Sultana Anonimo, as I mentioned before. Yeah, we wouldn't want to blow her cover because she likes to go undercover sometimes with this little alias. Hello there, Lady Lalira. Yes, 'tis I, Lalira. What strange coincidence that our paths should cross in this unlikely place. Oh, you know each other then. I suppose an adventure meets all sorts of folk trudging from one end of the realm to the other. Yes, well, Master Watt, I must compliment you on your salted fish. The dish we sampled was exquisite. Thank you, miss. The saltery was once famous not only for its salt, but also the goods we seasoned with its produce. We hoped you might take a reminder of that taste back to the people of Uldar. Yes, I will certainly discuss the potential for bringing such wares to market with our partners. And whilst we're on the subject of partners, Master Watt, I understand you run the saltery with the assistance of the East Alderner Trading Company. Are the profits of your joint venture being properly apportioned? Oh, I'm not sure I follow, miss. I believe Mistress Lalira wishes to know whether or not the East Alderner Trading Company is claiming an unfair share of the coin. Well, that would sound like Lola Lorita, wouldn't it? Ah, well, we had a bright young man by the name of Alphino draft us a watertight contract to avoid that sort of problem. Do you know of any reason we should worry? Nay, my good man, no reason. Carry on as you were. Pray continue these fine efforts to support your countrymen's return and restore the glory of Al Amigo. Yes, miss, I will. And the Sultana gives us a little wink before she heads back on her way to Uldar. She was a bit full of herself, wasn't she? The way she spoke, you'd think she was bloody royalty or something. Actually, she is. But let's keep that between ourselves. Seeing as our young heroes come to visit, what say we gather everyone to mark the occasion? Yeah, it has been almost a year since we helped to get this process going. Hello there, everyone. You know, you can put those bags down, dude, for a moment. The battle with the Empire took its toll and left our saltery in ruins. We were left to squat in the rubble of our livelihood. But look now, our kin returned to us from Uldar, and our village is alive again with peddlers and traders. We had neither the coin nor the might to remake our home, until you and the Sultana took our cause as your own. For that, we are truly thankful. Poor guy in the middle never takes the second off, does he? What we've rebuilt was needed to get things running high, but war's talons gouge deep. Many buildings still lie broken and it'll take time to put it all back the way it was. But we won't let your boon go to waste. Day by day we'll keep adding to this foundation you've laid and bring lasting prosperity for all of Alamigo. I wish you guys continued success with that. You're already off to a great start. So with Assaultery now in full swing, we get to take 1038 gil, and they give us 3 Alamigan salt crystals, kind of like little souvenirs to take back home, plus choice of food. Of which I believe I will go with... I don't want to go with either of the mage ones. Primarily because, of course, I play as Dragoon. I guess I'll go with Stewed Riverbream for my choice here, and be on my way. Stand strong and unified! And so now with the appetizer out of the way, let's move on to the main course. To do that, we're heading back to Onokoro... Oh, we're going to Tamamizu, sorry. I was about to say Onokoro, but that's not quite where we're going. Yeah, if we wanted to go back to Onokoro, that would mean dealing with the Confederacy, and that's not what we're going to do. No, what we're going to do is going to be a continuation of something we did back in patch 4.2, although it won't be quite necessarily done the same way as it was in 4.2. You'll see what I mean as we get started. So, to do this quest, we want to make our way over to the Elder of the Blue Kojin, Bunchin over here, and he's going to allow us to continue on the series of quests for the 4 Lords. So when we'll speak to him and resume on that particular journey with the challenge entitled Tortoise in Time. Bunchin has not heard from Soroban in quite some time. A pleasure as ever to see you, my friend. Would that I could say the same for Soroban. He has yet to return to Tamamizu, so I can only assume he is still busy undergoing Genbu's rigorous training. Yeah, so he is still over at Hell's Lid. And meanwhile, Tataru is giving us a hello.
Hello? Hello? Corinne? Is my link pull working? So unreliable, these little things. I'm going to pay a visit to Rayson Temple to see Soroban. Give him a treat to keep his spirits up. If you're available, you should come too. I hope you haven't forgotten how to get there, but in case you have, look for the cute animal trying to not look like a god on duty while in the middle of the volcanic island.
I was, of course, not privy to your conversation just now, but on the off chance you are bound for Rayson Temple, give Soroban and Genbu my regards. That will do. So now we want to go to Onokoro, just to speed things up a bit. Okay. You also may have noticed that the people at Tamamizu, the Blue Kojin, now have their own theme music. They no longer share it with the people over at Onokoro. So on a stormy night in the Ruby Sea, we're making our way with a huge lightning rod on our backside and a whole bunch of them on our armor to get back over to Raysen Temple. And once we get there, we'll go ahead and speak with who we need to talk to in order to gain access back to Raysen Temple. We do not need to go back to the Hell's Lid dungeon in order to access where we need to go. But when we get to where we need to be, we'll definitely make sure to let Genbu and Soroban know what's going on, as well as Tataru, because she's also going to be there. She did make sure to pay the Ruby Tithe, right? I don't want to be called for it if it's asked. So yeah, somewhere around here should be right over here. Furry, the little raccoon, or Tanuki, given where we are. Hey, don't block him out or step on him or whatever.
Headed for the temple or just taking in the wonderful smoky air?
It's the latter. So once we arrive, we find Genbu, Sotoban, and all the other little animals as well. Hey, Genbu. Hey, you two.
Oh, well met, brave adventurer. You are come alone on this day. What of the urchin girl I recall nipping at your heels?
Yeah. Speaking of which, yeah, she's not happy.
That's Tataru! 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 And oh, thank you not to forget it, or else you'll get no takoyaki from me!
Oh my, that would be most unfortunate. My sincerest apologies. I shall endeavor to remember a little urchin Tataru. Of course, your name I will not soon forget, for you saved my dear friend Byako from descending into madness. It is good that you are here, Corinne. Sotoban has made great strides in his training, it is true, but I believe we need to consider more drastic methods.
Such as?
He is not without potential. Sotoban, he is, simply lacks divinity. Should we carry on as we are, he may not be ready when we have need of his strength. As with Byako before, there will come a time when we must confront Seiryu and Suzaku, and quell the raging Aramitama within them. Accordingly, we must use every means at our disposal, no matter how dangerous, to ensure we are prepared. No matter how dangerous? What exactly did you have in mind? Oh, there is no need for fearful trembling or withdrawing into one's shell. All I would have you do is open a box.
That's it?
Oh, is that all? Well, I've opened my fair share of boxes. But know that it is no ordinary box you must open. It is a Tamate Bako of geomancy, a sacred vessel which harbors the very power of time itself. And you say that there is no need for fearful trembling? This box sounds terribly dangerous. To what end would you have me open it? That you may bathe in its temporal magics, and age 1,000 years in an instant.
Wow. Scary, huh?
That you may undergo the change and become an auspice, albeit until the magics dissipate. You would have me become an auspice like the Four Lords?
Yeah, we're trying to calm him down. Like, that's pretty auspicious, considering what we're doing.
Hold on, Corinne. Didn't you come across one of these Tamate Bako in Shisui of the Violet Tides? You did, didn't you?
Yeah, it's actually part of the battle mechanic in the level, in the dungeon.
I am aware of similar relics in the possession of the Rain. However, their magics alter only the appearance of those exposed. A mama's trick, a glamour, altogether unlike the phenomenal power of the Tamate Bako we seek. Know that this is no legend but incontrovertible truth, for the one who created the Tamate Bako of Geomancy was a fellow auspice. Like many of us, he had lived long enough to see comrades become consumed by the Aramitama, see them descend into madness, and lay waste to the lands they had sworn to protect. And, like many of us, he had had no choice but to put an end to their rampages. This auspice knew full well that he was destined to share their fate, and so, before he too fell from grace, he resolved to create the Tamake Bato of Geomancy, and when his work was complete, he bathed in its magics, until he was no more. By the kami, he chose to die while his mind was still his own?
I don't know what to say.
Me neither. Once the true potential of the box was understood, that it could bring death to an auspice, it was decided that it should be placed under lock and key in the Swallow's compass until we had need of it. However, the Grand Mausoleum of King Ganon... Good thing it's spelled with an E, not an O, because I was like, King Ganon, uh-oh, has been abandoned to the Shikigami forever, bound to its halls as guardians, and only a warrior of surpassing strength can hope to overcome their trials. Sounds like a job for us. Steel yourself, Soloban. Until the moment Corinne returns with the Tamate Bako Geomancy, you must train like you have never trained before. Yes, of course.
So now we have to make our way over to Yansha to get what we require. So we'll warp over to Namai, because that's the closest destination to where we need to go. And a hello to all the people who have just logged on to watch this evening stream. We're glad you could join us. If you have not yet done so, please, I encourage you to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't done so, and you're certainly encouraged to encourage others to come watch action that is about to unfold. To get this particular action to unfold, we gotta go west. See, at least we have rain over here. So we're gonna go over the arch this time and out into the open. Across the glittering basin, we're gonna make our way towards the Namazu's home, but we're not going to necessarily stay there. I think I see why people are also encouraging invites. There is something that has been introduced to what will be the 24-person raid, which I'll show off in a couple of weeks. That has it serves as a precursor to that particular challenge, and it is killing people left and right. Thankfully, I don't have to deal with it right now, especially not tonight. And wow, this guy took one of the most simple names you could possibly think of. QX, huh? I wonder what those initials stand for. But yeah, hey there, Kama Itachi, it's been a while.
Oh hey, you made it! Finally! I've only been waiting here forever and a day, but hey, it's not like we've got a potential calamity to worry about or anything.
How rude.
Anyway, I've already taken care of the wards sealing the tomb's entrance, so you're free to go in and get the box. But whatever you do, don't open it! Oh, and one more thing. I'll wager that they told you about the Shikigami, but they forgot to mention that the box itself is guarded by one of us, a tough bugger and a half. But you're a pretty tough bugger yourself, eh? You gave Byakko what for, after all. Just don't say I didn't warn you.
And so now we have access to the patch 4.3 dungeon, the Swallow's Compass. So this is the dungeon that we need to clear in order to advance further with the Four Lords storyline. Just gonna normalize my commentary here real quick. Yeah, I actually thought that the combination of these two quests leading up to the Swallow's Compass was going to be a little quicker, but yeah, 25 minutes, I was actually surprised. But yeah, it's nice to have everyone of you watching this evening joining us. Glad to have you with us so you can see the 4.3 side dungeon, which I already had the opportunity to play beforehand with Mathia. So it's definitely a place that is going to be quite fun. It has a lot of interesting mechanics that I have never seen before implemented into a dungeon in this game. Plus, on top of that, there's also something that has an anime reference at the end that I think that you'll really enjoy if you're into anime. So let's go ahead and my audio file is all done, taken care of, so let's go ahead and queue for the dungeon, which could take 12 minutes to get into, but it's okay, I don't mind waiting. Now, who is this person, QX? A machinist. Well, they're certainly sporting a badass outfit. Sharpened flame of the Dynasts. And wearing yeah, but it's glamored as a Gordian hood of aiming. So that's what it looks like, huh? Yeah, this guy does seem to like his Evilisian gear for glamour. And just for regular attire, too. But he's also got a lot of Dreadworm gear on as well. Trying to be the most imposing machinist he can possibly be. I mean, I'm head to toe in blue as he is. Well, not quite, because I don't have my helmet showing as on, but it is being worn. But yeah, and in regards to this particular quest, something that we're going to need assistance because so many people cannot do it alone. It requires a partner to help out with, and I just hope that when I go on air with the 24-man raid in 2 weeks, that I'll get the support I need, because I was helping my friends out last night trying to get that challenge done. But yeah, I see people saying that they need a res. It's something that is a common occurrence with this 24-man raid, and that's before you even get into the raid itself. That's the crazy thing. That's before you even get into the raid itself that people are having these problems. Is that a lance I see? Can't really tell. And I'm not going to be able to tell before she gets or he gets away. Yeah, it seems like there are a lot of people who are looking for free companies right now. Probably should not be much not that much of a surprise, given that people are coming back after waiting for patch 4.3 to launch. I mean, it gives them something to play during the summer. And we're already starting to get summer weather around here in Ontario. But strangely enough, while we're getting 25 degrees Celsius summer heat here in Ontario, Newfoundland and Labrador, the most eastern province in Canada, got hit with a 30-centimeter snow blizzard. They got hit with a foot of snow during the same day that we were having to deal with 25 degrees Celsius. They're stark contrast and getting a foot of snow. And I'm like, why can't they share the love with the rest of us? Yeah, come on, share a little love. Sena maximum troll. I don't know what the Sena means. Anyway, something else I should point out. After I went through the challenge for the main story after the previous night was done on Tuesday, I went back and completed the maximum allotments of money that I could get for this week for the restoration of the Dome and Enclave, which was 20,000 gil. And there's actually more progress that was made on the restaurant that Mitsuba was working on. So yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily something that is progress that's made if just you do it, or if everyone in the server does it. That's not something I can necessarily answer for or about. Yeah, we're definitely in a winning position. I'm surprised to see so few people are currently attempting Swallow's Compass, because we have a 12-minute queue. So while we're waiting, there are other things I can do in the meantime, like hit up the gold saucer. But yeah, I don't envy the people who are trying to do that particular task with red chocobos. It's something you simply cannot do alone, apparently. Okay. Let's make our way over. First of all, I want to use one of my Gold Saucer VIP cards, because I have so many of them. Oh, Ree's here. Let's go and purchase the mini Cagpot tickets. Okay. Can't get 10,000. I can get 3,600 if it's going down the middle row. It's not. And 10,000 possible on the bottom? Nope. But there was a 3,600 though. That was on the board, unfortunately. I was hoping for 10,000. And it's not going to come here. Take the guarantee. Which was the right call. So yeah, something that they've changed now with the prizes that you can get is that one of the particular items, the bunny outfit, you'll see in the description now, fits everyone. Which means that for the first time in Final Fantasy XIV, there is now a set of outfits that is now can be worn as cross-dressing. So now male characters can now wear the bunny outfits that was originally exclusive to the women. Of course, everything else already can be worn through the rewards here. Are there any other things that I would not necessarily want? Yeah, Archon Throne. Yeah, that's definitely a rare item to get, as is the Corpacor Colossus. Yeah, there are options, definitely. Heartless. I'm not playing I'm not playing Kingdom Hearts. And while I'm taking care of other errands, why do you say we go and run over to the Twin Adder and see how they're doing? We've got the time before we get started. Alright, we made it. So let's go over to the Twin Adder and check on our squadron. Plus I can also see what the exchange item is for this today. What do you want me to give you? Durium Sand and Daikon Radish. Oddly enough, I gave away my Daikon Radish as part of the restoration efforts for Doma. I mean, those people do need some reminder of their hometown ingredients. Oh, hello there. Do I know you? Is someone playing on the server who's already been around, or are you a prospective person interested in joining the Tales? Oh, thank you. I think I'll friend request her. Alright. That was interesting. But yeah, female Elizin is a race you do not often... a race gender combination you do not often see. Although they may be in abundance here in Gridania and the Black Shroud as a whole, like, yeah, Elizin people who play as them, not many of them. And our squadron succeeded in their mission. Oh, now there's another option to get 40% chance of getting more materia. And I think we'll be good. What could we have you guys go do? You might just go infiltrate rescue again. Because yeah, it seems like that's gonna be the one that'll push us in the right direction. Yeah, sadly I do not have a thaumaturge. Yeah, that's not something I possess anymore. Because I changed Ralhar over from a mage to melee DPS. Primarily because I was looking for a little more of a balance. Because I had 4 casters, but I only had 2 specific DPS with a 3-digit count on tactical. So I switched Ralhar over to a rogue to help out balance that out a little more. Even then, we're still, of course, got to try to figure out what the best combinations are. So yeah, we'll go ahead and try this, see how it goes. Yeah, it's not often that you get to see a person playing as an Elizin, much less female Elizin. And I'd like to think that by playing as Corinne, I've to some extent shown people how beautiful a female Elizin can be and how cool it is to play as one. Because I'm very proud of the character I've created with Corinne. So something else I should also point out. Something you can do in your house now that you could not do before. And it's already worked for me so far because I've already encouraged people to do this. Visit my house, plus also the FC. And there's now a book that people can write in that they can say... They can greet you, they can thank you for inviting them over or whatever, and you can even get a message if you're lucky. Got a person who definitely appreciates the message I definitely appreciate this message from this particular person. They liked my igloo in the front yard. They really enjoyed that one. You know, it was definitely worth it to get one of these message book stamps, and they aren't even all that expensive. They were like 150,000 gil on the market board. So yeah, I'm hoping whenever I'm not streaming and I'm playing this, I can use Party Finder to encourage people to say, hey, come on over and come write in the message book or something. Just waiting on one more pro player, the tank. Can I get you to have me go out and get more Twin Kun, please? Yeah, because apparently they want the Hunting and Gathering wants me to get Twin Kun for them now, which is something that my retainers can get themselves. Oh, you sold quite a few things. I will get you to sell these Gather's Gall 4. Let's put them at 18,000. Plus, I do have these Altic Lavender Seeds that opponent not going to use. Let's put it at 7. How much are the Salt Crystals going for? Not that much. I think I'll hold on to these as a gift. Oh, that's not all that bad of a price. Yeah, I picked up this Potter Stone from a previous exploratory voyage with one of our ships. Sadly, though, it does not have much in terms of value, so we gotta deal with it. Let's see where the price is. Now they're starting to get a little silly with me. I'm gonna keep the high quality at 2,500 though. Okay, I guess this is fine. Can I also get you to have me gain more Twin Coon? Alright. Let's slip back into battle gear, because once that tank shows up, we're going. Just hope they don't leave me hanging too long. Because yeah, I'm really surprised that the side dungeon is not getting a lot of love tonight. I guess probably because people are still trying to figure out the 24-man dungeon and probably succeeding or failing, and also of course getting complications from dealing with those red chocobos that everyone's dying to. Yeah, just getting to the dungeon is going to be a challenge in of itself. But looks like we're all good to go now. Let's load everything up and start rolling. Alright. And so we have arrived at the only 4-player dungeon for patch 4.3, the Swallow's Compass. Not to be confused with the Golden Compass, which was a movie that was meant for children but got a lot of controversy. But yeah, just to give you a precursor of what's to come with this place. So we're off and running. So our first opponents are these guys. And looks like our tank is interested in doing a big pull. So yeah, we do have to go through that door eventually, but we cannot do so yet. We have to take care of some other things first. Yeah, you can see incantations are in progress. And we have to deal with all the enemies that come our way. Here there, Black Mage. Into the air. Get some of the cast timer back. Okay. Little guys and big guys are down, just gotta deal with the middle guy now. The jump. Well, I should restore my clock first, and then... Oh, really? That has become something that has happened now. When you do Gears Koga, when you have maxed out Eye of the Dragon, but it doesn't change over, and thus you lose it entirely. That has become an issue that I do need to complain to Square Enix about. Whenever the enemy moves like that, and you attempt the Gears Kogel, it does do it, but does not recognize it to transfer over and cause the Nastron to take place. That is something I hope that they can fix in a later patch. So we got through phase 2. Now we gotta change over to this section now. Yeah, they all say none shall trespass, but we are having no issue with doing exactly that. So when you get marked, that puts a tornado on the field. Do try to not get in trouble with that. Yeah, it's like that only works when enemies are stationary, but when they're moving the way that one enemy was, it cancels out any attempt to get Nastron, and you end up wasting your Gears Kogel and your Blood of the Dragon as a whole. Yeah, there, Sai. You've been constantly saying that none shall trespass in the hopes that you would deter us, but we are successfully through all 3 of your areas. This means that when we get back around to the other side, the gate is now available to us to go through, and we now have our first mini-boss, the Otengu. Alright, so let's do this. Yeah, he's got quite a powerful attack here. Gotta stay away from that one. Yeah, he has this fancy move with fire. He can make it go wherever he wants, and you have to be careful that you don't get hit by too many unless you want to die. So not only are you trying to focus on hitting the bad guy, you're also trying to avoid all the fire that he's spread out all over the place. And also this move that can cause confusion on you if you're staring at it right in the face. But before long, the fire is going to come to a standstill and do AoE circles, which will say that it's done for this particular round. Oh! Yeah, that only hurt slightly. Yeah, only slightly. But yeah, that just shows you how dangerous this guy can be. It's not even most of his other moves, it's the fact that he has this one move with the fire all over the place that can make your life a living nightmare, because you're trying to pay attention to fighting him while also trying to find all of his fire while all the other attacks are going on. It makes for a very visually challenging fight, trying to do everything that you can to make sure you can inflict damage. But yeah, as you can see, the fire can just sneak up on you so fast you never see it coming. It can just sneak up on you, and you can't do anything about it. But we are on the verge of beating this guy, which we did. And all the gear here is item level 345. So let's get out of this area. So now we have to deal with this mechanic. A tidal wave. The only way to avoid dealing with it is to use these fallen stones as protection. It's the only way to save yourself from getting knocked back. There are tells that let you know when it's going to happen, so... But thankfully, when it does happen, the good news is you don't take damage when it happens. Like, watch my health meter. No damage. you just get knocked back. Yeah, so yeah, it is a bit of a blessing that you don't have to take damage from being pushed back by the water. More stuff coming my way. Yeah, this place even has more bowls. Yeah, stinky, nasty more bowls are here as part of the experience. We're definitely getting through it, no problem. Gotta catch up with the tank. He's moving fast, but there's nothing we can do if there's gonna be a pushback. Yeah, just better for me to lay off there. Who dares to desecrate this holy place? We do. So take the push. Now here I'm behind cover, so I should be fine. And I am. I'm not pushed back. Lots of enemies around here, though. But I've got who I want to target. But they're moving because the tank is always on the move. Yeah, tank definitely moving around a lot. And we're gonna get pushed here. Yeah, let's thin the numbers a little. Alright, almost got this. Alright, there we go. Got through those. Ah, crap, I couldn't hold on to it. So now we're outside. Yeah, we were in this building the whole time, now we're outside. And just in time to deal with mini-boss number 2. The Daidara Bochi. And away we go. Yeah, this guy really loves his ethereal energy. And you really gotta watch what his hands are doing. If he gets wrong, you end up taking a lot of damage and a damage debuff against you. Yeah, move that around. Well, yeah, he likes to combine attacks. Kind of like Tsukiyomi, but not to the extreme that she does it. Oh, I've been targeted. Yeah, when you're being targeted like this, you have to run. Or else you get chased by this. Okay, it's finished. And as you can see, we've already burned through almost half his health. Now here, you can see there's a puddle in the middle of the field. Problem is, we're not supposed to touch that puddle. The puddle is a no-no zone. Yeah, take this as far away as possible. Alright, he's leading with his right. Or in this case, his left. Yeah, we're doing a pretty good job right now. Whoa, look out. Yeah, you breathe your water on me. You'll fail miserably doing it. Yeah, and you saw I was touching the water there, but thankfully I'm okay. Yeah, as long as we don't drown. Yeah, now there we really had to keep running. Oh, this might hurt. But not like we had very many places to run. Yeah, that was kind of a bad spot anyway. Just because of the way that the boss was
the way the boss still had the water out on the field. Alright, let's have some fun now with some monkeys. Ooh, yeah, keep running. And keep up if you can. But don't run through AoE while crossing the bridge. Oh, Black Mage, what did I just say? What did I just say? Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff we have to deal with here. Yeah, let's see if we can't run the numbers down. In fact, I'm on aggro, actually. Yeah, we cannot have that. At all. Run. Yeah, when I was doing my run with Mathia yesterday, now you may have noticed we were on a Dragon Ball Z style Nimbus Cloud during that particular transfer over. But yeah, we're gonna see more people like that as we go along. Good thing I have Dragonfire Dive that'll allow me to keep pace with the tank. And this tank not afraid to go for the big pull. We're going for the big boy pulls here. I mean, it's understandable given that there's a Black Mage among us in this party. So it makes perfect sense. Also, I'm being targeted again with aggro. Almost got him. He's dead. But yeah, as I was mentioning, there were a lot of mage, specifically Black Mage items that were dropping when I was doing my run with Mathia. Which was crazy. So yeah, this is the last wave of enemies before we reach the final boss. Yeah, so many of these side Tetsuis are around, but as you can see, they're not alone. They brought a lot of reinforcements. Yeah, they're basically doing whatever they can to discourage us from making it to the end. And they're not taking any chances. All we have to do is get rid of these hornbills, and then we can call it good. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now it's time to see who we're fighting. Yeah, another guy on a Nimbus Cloud. But this guy... yeah, he's got more of that Goku look. The old school Goku look. With the monkey with monkey imagery. Because yeah, of course Goku from the Saiyan race who were part monkey. Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with the short end of the stick as well as the long end of the stick. Not to mention the barrier that he just put up. Both ends. Yeah, we gotta try and avoid those two. But yeah, you may be wondering, like, we're doing so well already. He's already down 30%. Ow. Yeah, I've only done this once, so I can't necessarily say that I had a good memory of that move. But yeah, I know what you're thinking, like, this guy's not all that tough the way he's losing health. Well, trust me, we've seen bad guys do stuff like this before, where they may seemingly have low health,
for being a final boss, but they have so many tricks up their sleeve. Whoa! Yeah, thanks for coming to me. But yeah, now we gotta deal with all these things. Yeah, it wasn't gonna be that easy, of course. Yeah, I should probably pull them over this way. Just so they're all getting nailed by our AoEs. Oh, not quite there. They are dying off. Oh, come on. Hit them. Hit them. Oh, run. Will your rod have the last word? I don't know there, Goku. You tell me. Take this. And then for his final trick, supposedly. Yeah. He split into two of himself. Yeah, I'm inclined to follow the tank wherever he goes, even if it means I end up getting knocked into the perimeter. Yeah, now that he's cloned himself, so now we're basically fighting Goku and Gohan. Yeah, we get a 2-for-1 deal with Saiyans that we were not wanting to enjoy. Oh, where is he going? Yeah, these guys being as tricky as they are. Ah, they wanted to give it to me. Oh, where'd they go? More specifically, whoa, where's the tank going? Now, if the mage had Limit Break, they could use it here to hit them both. Which is exactly what they're going to do. Good call. And that gets us the win. Yeah, normally I'd do it myself, but given that there's two of them on the field at the same time, better to leave it to the mage to Limit Break. It was the perfect opportunity to do so, and we got the win. Yeah. See you later there, Goku and Gohan. So yeah, away he goes. Ride that Nimbus cloud of yours. And since the healer's the only one left to take commendations, might as well give it to them. Backflip for the win. Yeah, there we go. We got it. So now with the item that we need in tow, we can now prepare to move on. So yeah, let's see how long it takes for us to get there. Oh, we have to go back to... yeah. Well, it's not my fault. They gave me so much time to stay busy. Yeah, it's not my fault you gave me so much time to stay busy. That's why I have it in my handle there, Matt W. But welcome to Let's Play Novaura Autism. We're glad to have you with us this evening watching the stream. Glad to have you with us. But yes, I do. I've had it for about 25 years now. Alright, so let's go back over to Hell's Lid then, and the Raceland Temple. Yeah, no thunderstorm to greet us this time around. But yeah, I was diagnosed 25 years ago. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we've had a few like you come around to join us from time to time. Yeah, I wish that there were more like us who were watching this channel. But it's always nice to see whenever someone who does have autism does join us. It's always a great thing to see. So it's nice to welcome you, to have you part of the little circle of friends here at the channel here, Matt. So yeah, upon our arrival back at Hell's Lid, we'll of course give the stuff back to Goku, not Goku. Yeah, I'm still thinking about the boss, aren't I? Should probably hit the stop button real quick and refresh my capture card and whatnot, because we are making our way back into the temple as the lava rocks gently back and forth. Yeah, too bad it can't be that way for the people in Hawaii right now who have seen Kilauea at its most active in a long time. Yeah, Kilauea has always been active, but it hasn't been that active. Hey, Son of Zero, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you with us. Alright. Okay. So now back at Hell's Lid, let's go ahead and speak with Furry and make our way back to Raceland Temple. Alright, we made it. So yeah, Genbu Sorobano here, as well as Tataru with a different outfit. Yeah, she's not in her Komodo this time, but you may be wondering, why? Well, you'll find out as we get started. Hey Genbu, we're back.
You are returned, and with the Tamate Bako of Geomancy, I gather?
Right here. Here you go.
Very good, very good. Of course, there was no need to fear for the well-being of the warrior who faced my brother Byakuo and lived. Let us brook no further delay and make ready for this next stage of Soroban's training. Listen well, everyone, for the magics we are about to unleash are ancient and terrifying. It is exceedingly dangerous, especially for Soroban. I wish you would stop saying that.
I wish you would too. Stop trying to scare the guy.
Be at ease, Soroban. Byakuo will devote his energies to maintaining the wards on Kyoryo's prison while we are occupied. Should you be indisposed for a time, we will manage.
And I've been secretly practicing my Arcanema in preparation for a time like this, so don't worry. No matter what happens, we'll be ready.
I just hope that your carbuncle doesn't run away again.
After all, we've each got to do our part if we're to claim the fabulous riches. I mean, if we're going to save the Ruby Sea from certain doom.
Her enthusiasm notwithstanding, I expect we will need to turn to you should this training go awry. Take a moment to see to your equipment and let me know when you are ready to begin.
Well, I'm ready to go right now because my gear is not all that bad. In fact, for the sake of doing this particular challenge, yeah, I have 3 of these stewed river bream. I might as well indulge in one of them. And let's go ahead and begin. Suspenseful music playing. Oh, hey, Byakuo and friends. Alright, box all set for you.
Now, remember, Soroban. Once opened, the box will spew forth smoke. Remain still and let it wash over you. Surrender to the magic, and let it transform you into an auspice. And you are certain this will be temporary. As honored as I would be to join your ranks, I fear I am too young to be so old. Yeah, I even got Genbu laughing. Come, you lot. Let us retreat to a safer distance. Yeah, especially since I need to get my foot out of the floor. It's phased through. Alright, so Obama, whenever you're ready. Yeah, this is basically like that one scene in Batman Begins, where Bruce Wayne is opening the box of smoke in order to deal with his fear with the League of Shadows. Yeah, he's just coughing and wheezing.
It's a fake, I knew it.
Like, Satoru, what are you doing?
Gosh, what a waste of time. There better be some treasure or something interesting inside.
Yeah, foolish urchin! Yeah, that was pretty rough.
Oh, was that really necessary? You couldn't just ask me to move nicely?
Yeah, only problem is, remember what this box does?
What? What's that look for? Is there something on my face?
How do we break this to her?
Oh, my face! My beautiful face! It feels like old coat leather left in the sun!
Get a hold of yourself, child. You've been aged, nothing more. Be grateful you were not exposed longer, or you would have surely died.
I may as well be dead already. I can't bear to go on like this.
Did I not tell you before that the magic is fleeting? You need only endure it for a moment. All will be as it was. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, sigh of relief. So preoccupied with the urchin that I completely forgot about Soroban. I hope he has not been overexposed to the magic. Why is that? If he has been aged to excess, his automatoma may already be... Yeah. I guess this is what overexposure looks like. Well, that answers that. On your guard, I'm afraid he means to kill us all. He bathed in the Tamate Bako's magic for far longer than the urchin, and so I expect he will not return to normal so quickly. In fact, I dare say he will retain this form long enough to destroy the temple if we do not subdue him. Yeah, gotta do something about it. Yeah, Shazam! Yeah, he turns into his own form of Automatoma. With me, Corin, urchin, hold nothing back! Yeah, the two turtles are gonna square off. And you have to tell you better hope that your carbuncle doesn't run away from you this time. We're gonna need it! So yeah, now we have to duel against Soroban. Alright. Yeah, he's pretty mad. So now we gotta wear him down.
Oh, yeah, come on, give me that last move. Yeah, Carbuncle seems to be on the move maybe too much. And one thing you're gonna see from Tataru a lot is that she likes to run a lot. And once again, her Carbuncle has betrayed her. Yeah, how much has that practice been going into to make it work? And how long have you been practicing? Yeah, we've got to always be eluding stuff. Tataru, what are you doing running through his legs? Yeah, that's nothing short of dangerous. You know, just have to keep pushing through here. Oh, look out. And I'll return to you. Okay, with the Gears Kogo Nastron combination. Alright, now he's going to go for his ultimate attack. I'm going to continue to strike him until I am satisfied. So we can step in now. And here it comes, Tidal Wave. Yeah, it took all of Genbu's strength to do that, so now it's just Tataru and I. Yeah, and poor little Genbu is on his backside. So yeah, now we have additional mechanics to contend with in the form of these bubbles. Unfortunately, I do not know how to properly handle them. Yeah, it's better to just run around and keep away from them. Yeah, because the first time I tried to... Tataru, why are you stepping into me? Yeah, you almost got me killed, Tataru, thanks. You almost got me killed. Yeah, that's why I said that Tataru does not really help much in this, other than to be a distraction for you and give you a whole bunch of trouble. Like, really, her only real purpose in this battle is to just heal you, and that's the extent of what she does. Of course, we gotta also deal with all these fonts of water. Oh, look out! But yeah, you can see just how on the move we have to be in this fight. Oh, don't have what required just yet. Ah, Tataru, you silly Lalafell. Well, we've got Sorban down to a third of his health. Yeah, this time she was smart enough to run away. Alright, gotta move again. Alright, back at you, Sorban. Got him down to a quarter. Stay away from this. Tataru stood right in the middle of a double crossover. Now we gotta deal with fonts again. Nope, don't have what I need yet. Was not the move I intended to do. Oh, run. Take this. Ooh, run. Run, run, run. I can come back and hit you with Nostron for a critical. Yeah, it really shows you to the extent this challenge goes. Yeah, Sorbonne does a really good job of having us constantly moving around. He is not afraid to keep us on our toes. Yeah, I was afraid I was going to get hit. Thankfully, I have second wind on me. Tatura, why are you grading in the line of fire? Like, I know we're close to the end, but don't start celebrating prematurely here. Alright, we got him. There we go, we have it. So yeah, after we subdued Sorbonne, yeah, it's not an 8-player trial like it was with Byakuo. And he is back to normal. Yeah, look how much it took out of us. Yeah, you're okay now, Sorbonne. What happened? Why do you all look so exhausted? He has no recollection of what just went down. Oh, my dear Sorbonne, I knew you had potential, but it would seem I grossly underestimated your capacity for chaos. In any case, despite this unexpected turn of events, I should like to declare this training session a success. Let us take a moment to collect ourselves. So yeah, we'll go ahead and speak with Genbu a little more. Truth be told, this comes as a relief. Though Sorbonne's present strength pales in comparison to that of Byakuo and myself, we now know for certain that his potential is extraordinary. I struggle to believe I could ever wield such power. All who were strong were once weak, Sorbonne. I am no exception. Until I met Tenzin, I was no more than the floundering turtle you see before you.
You never did tell us how you fell in with him.
Ah well, if you wish to know the details.
Yeah, so now we get to hear Genbu's origin story.
Long, long ago, when I had lived 100 or so years, and only just begun to become something more, I received my first vision. A terrible calamity, one that would claim the lives of countless innocents, was imminent. But what was the little turtle to do? For while I had seen the future with crystal clarity, I was powerless to stop it. I could but look on, helpless, as cities burned and men died. So it was for centuries, until one day. After 500 years I had grown stronger, more reckless. I believed I could make a difference. So when I foresaw a landslide that would bury a nearby village, I ventured forth to warn the people. Alas, they were quick to discern I was no common animal. They could make no sense of my panicked flailings. To them, a queer dancing turtle, a considerable source of amusement, for I knew not the words of men, and so my warnings fell on deaf ears. It would be no different. Yet again they would die. The people turned and walked away, bored with a fleeting amusement. With a heart fit to burst with sorrow and despair, I made to quit the village. And then, just then, I heard a voice, kind and gentle. "Little one, you look troubled. Tell me what burdens you so." Though I knew he was addressing me, I doubted he would understand. Still, I told him of my vision, of the landslide I knew would bury the village and everyone in it, and my vain attempts to warn them. Your kindness is only surpassed by your bravery, little one. Fear not. I, Tenzen, and my comrade Byaku shall act in your stead. As Tenzen drew his sword, a great white tiger emerged from the wilds. Shall we give them a show? He whispered to the beast, which inclined its massive head ever so slightly in response. Yeah, this is the show he was talking about. Then they ran into the center of the village and began to fight as if they were bitter enemies, intent on killing one another, blade and fang flashing too fast for the eye to follow. The two broke apart for an instant, and Tenzen bellowed, "Hearken to me! This white demon thirsts for the blood of man. If you value your lives, flee this place. Seek shelter in the next village." Needless to say, the bewildered villagers gathered up whatever was at hand and ran screaming, too terrified to even look back. As the three of us watched them go, I heard the white demon mutter, "You know full well I have not once tasted man flesh." The village was later destroyed in a landslide as I had foreseen, but for the first time, I had managed to make a difference. Thereafter, we became traveling companions and close friends. I shared with them my visions, and together we labored to save those that we could. On the eve of what may perhaps be the greatest calamity I have ever foreseen, I feel Tenzen's absence keenly. Nevertheless, we must carry on.
You may not have him, but you've got Corinne, and you know she's no slouch.
Yeah, we've got you. Oh, indeed I do, and for this blessing we are grateful beyond measure. Right then, Sorbonne, we must resume your training at once, ere we forget the lessons of your time as an auspice. Yes, of course.
Getting back to it, in that case I should return to the mountain of paperwork in Kugane. I've been doing my best to ignore. Oh, and Sorbonne, I left the takoyaki with Kamaitachi for safekeeping. You're not to get any until you've earned it.
Is that so? Yeah. And then a cheerful wave goodbye. When next we call upon you, Corinne, I expect it will be to deal with one of my comrades. Shirk not your own training, for it will not be easy. Oh, of course. I'll be looking for that when patch 4.4 comes out. Under these circumstances, I do not think I will have time to return to Tamamizu even for a short spell. If you would be so kind as to inform the Elder. I believe I can do that. So yeah, it started by speaking with the Elder over in Tamamizu, and that is also how this ends. And how our stream will end too. Yeah, there we go. The second round of the Four Lords quests is now in the books. So once we get back over to the Elder and let him know what's happened, we can call it a night. If I can remember where he is. Here you are, Bunchin. A pleasure, Corinne. Did you have the chance to visit with Sorbonne? How fares he with his training? Well, this is what's happened so far. Extraordinary. He has always been diligent and hard-working, but even so. To think he is blessed with such incredible potential, I cannot help but wonder who else among us might be possessed of similar abilities. Yet I understand his trepidation. With great power comes great responsibility, as is often said. It does seem that way. That line gets passed around a lot, doesn't it? We may need to keep a closer eye on him to ensure he does not succumb to fear and attempt to flee his training. And so with that, we'll take 4,500 gil, as well as a choice of Super Potion or Super Ether. Yeah, Super Potion or Super Ether! Well, we need neither of these, but for the purposes of hoping to get a sufficient amount of gil from the market board, we're going to take the Ether. Stand strong and unified! And so there we go. The side quest is now finished. We've now successfully unlocked the Swallow's Compass, the only 4-player dungeon in patch 4.3, and in so doing extended the Four Lords storyline. So I think that is a great way to end things for us here tonight. It was definitely a very great way to see how things have taken place here with not only the Four Lords storyline, but also getting to see the continuation of the redevelopment and reconstruction of the Alamegan territory in Girabanya. Knowing that they've got the Saltery up and running and they even gave us a few gifts was really nice to see too. It lets us know that progress has been made over the course of the past year since Stormblood launched, and it's not going to waste, no matter where we go. So that is going to do it for tonight. I will be back tomorrow night. I might stream Skyrim, still not sure yet. Of course, I still need to put in an effort to get back to Sonic Mania, because I'm at the last level. I do need to get back to that one and try and beat it somehow. I do need to look up a guide on how to specifically hit Robotnik in order to ensure myself a victory in that regard. But in any event, I'd like to thank everyone for watching tonight's edition of the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood Live. And I'll look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow with some more live game streaming. So thank you very much everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, this is Matthew with Novaura Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.